The coconut palm is the icon of the Pacific, ever present on the landscape. For the people of the Pacific, it is a key resource, a ready supply of drinking fluid, a fuel, and an integral ingredient in the vast array of island cuisine. In Tonga, the coconut is also a central element in the making of tapa. The stencils or kubesi that are used to print designs on the bark cloth are made entirely from the coconut. Kaka, the fibre that grows at the base of the branches, is collected and joined together to form the kubesi. The spines of coconut leaves are shaped to form the patterns, and these are bound to the kubesi using stringy fibres taken from the husk of coconut itself. Several kubesi are then bound with strips of fetaaki to the large board called a papa kokaanga, on which the next stage of the process will occur. In every Tongan village, small sheds and halls are used by kokaanga, work parties of women who print the fetaaki. Usually 12 women make up a kokoanga, each bringing fetaaki they have processed to contribute to one or more large tapa. The women seat themselves on both sides of the papa with its kubesi attached. Frequently, the papa also has matting, wire or fishing nets to provide a more interesting texture to the printed cloth. The women stretch lengths of fetaaki lengthwise along the papa board, joining them together using the partly cooked root of the tapioca plant as a glue. The cloth is then rubbed with a sponge soaked in dye, so the patterns from the stencils are clearly visible. This is the bottom or laulalu layer, and once rubbed it's liberally smeared with glue so that a second layer can be attached, this time by joining fetaaki strips at right angles to the first layer, thereby adding strength to the completed cloth. This layer too is rubbed with dye. Some kokoanga use modern materials in this process, reducing some of the arduous preparatory work. This group are spreading a paste of flour and water on the bottom layer of the cloth, which is made from calico. In all other aspects, however, their operation is traditional. Fetaaki is used for the top layer, and once a section is complete, it is rolled and passed across the papa to rest in the laps of the senior women, before a new section is added, glued and rubbed with dye. The most senior women sit at the ends of the papa. They supervise the process, ensuring that each piece of fetaaki is laid straight and smoothed out before glue and dye are applied, thereby keeping their designs consistent and symmetrical through the entire tapa. The leaders also hand paint dividing lines and numbers on the edge of the tapa, which indicate a unit of measure or langanga. The making of a single tapa may require several hours of sitting, but it is nevertheless a time of considerable enjoyment and important to the cohesion of the village. Along with the chatter and singing, the older women pass on skills and knowledge to a new generation. The completed tapa is now set to dry in the sun. This length of 50 langanga is not unusually large, since it will be later divided among the women. Lengths of tapa are often double the length seen here. Close inspection of the cloth shows that the designs from the kubesi have taken well, and that the care taken in aligning the two layers of rubbed cloth have resulted in fine detail.